There we go. It only took me like 100 tries to go live, you guys. I don't know what's going on with the internet. Today, I'm talking about being selfish. Most of us are being selfish, and I want you to cut that ish out. My name is Brittany Budd, and I empower women to build confidence and create success so they can live the lifestyle of their dreams. I'm talking about being selfish. So, let's start out with like a little example here. My husband and I watch America's Got Talent, and we have been watching America's Got Talent, The Champions. And let me tell you, like, can anyone else relate to, like, kind of forgetting that there's a whole world outside of our own backyard? Like, earlier this week, they had the champions from America's Got Live Holland, and we were like, what? They have America's Got Talent in Holland and like other countries. It's so weird to think that there are other countries and other things going on outside our own backyards, right? Anyway, I want to use that little story to shed some light for you guys because there are so many of us playing small, being afraid, and frankly, being selfish. One thing that I always like to ask people, when we get talking about our goals and when you say things like, well, I can't write this book. Well, okay, why? Worst case scenario, when you write this book that you want to write, what happens? Nobody buys it. I write it, no one buys it. Or worst case scenario, I start that company or join that company and become an entrepreneur and nobody buys from me, nobody joins me, or, worst case scenario, becoming like a coach or a fitness person, nobody hires me. You guys, newsflash. In taking absolute inaction, I can guarantee you 100% without a shadow of a doubt, you are currently living the worst case scenario. You're afraid no one's going to buy that book? 100% no one is buying your book because you haven't written it. 100% no one is going to buy from you or join your team if you're not out there doing it. How can they? You're not even giving people the opportunity to not do what you're afraid that they're going to do. And I want to share a little statistic with you guys. As I just said, the world is way bigger than our own backyards. There are 7.5 billion people in the world. So I liken it to like, I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but like when you think of the universe, right? You put this universe like centerfold of a magazine. That's how I always picture it. It's in this nice little box. Here's the universe. And then I have to go, oh yeah, the universe is bigger than that. So I make it a little bit bigger. Still a little bit bigger than that, actually. Make it a little bit bigger. The universe is infinite. You cannot even fathom how big it is. But in our minds, we put it in this box. Same with watching America's Got Talent, the champions. Your mind, like, there's a woman that's from like Spain and she's like super famous over there and like she's rich and people go see her in concert and she's in magazines and I'm like, I have no idea who she is. How do people exist outside of the Americas? But they do, and it's funny because you put yourself and you put your thoughts in these little boxes. But you guys, there are 7.5 billion people in the world. So even if only 1% of the world's population bought your book, that's 75 million people that would read your book. That's 75 million people that would buy your product, join your team, hire you for this, that, and the other thing. 1% of the population is 75 million people. So yeah, every time you let fear dictate what you're doing, every time you unknowingly live your worst case scenario by not taking any action at all, you're being super selfish. Because even if 1% of the world was looking for you and what you have to bring and your light and your special, unique talents, that's 75 million people that are looking for you. They're waiting for you to show up. They're waiting for you to step out in faith and be their answer to prayers. So you guys, stop being selfish. Stop playing small. Stop hiding your light. Stop talking yourself out of things. Because 1% of the world is 75 million people who are looking for you. So don't be selfish. Shine your light. Use your talents. Use your skills. Show the world who you are and be uniquely you. I hope that's an encouragement to some of you today. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. And I will see you all later on. And as always, my stuff is public, so feel free to share it. But this is one of those ones that I want you guys not only to share it, I want you to save it. And anytime you feel yourself talking yourself out of writing that book, joining that company, starting that business, whatever it is for you, I want this to be the kick in the ass for you to get back in gear. 1% of the world, if only 1% of the world was looking for you, that's a heck of a lot of people that you could disappoint, and yourself, but shine that light. Have a great day, you guys.